Зафиксировать.
Khamzat Chimaev was recently spotted getting taken down during a sparring session, raising a few eyebrows ahead of his bout with Dricus Du Plessis. Despite that moment, TJ Dillashaw backed Chimaev as a more dangerous fighter, praising his striking, grappling strength, and superior jiu-jitsu. The only red flag, according to Dillashaw, has been Chimaev's cardio. To address that, he connected Khamzat with renowned performance coach Sam Calavita, the same expert who helped TJ during his career. Dillashaw is confident that with Sam overseeing Chimaev's conditioning and weight management, he'll enter the fight with a major edge.
I was like, look, Chimaev's the better striker in my opinion, technically. He's by far the better grappler and has more strength and better jiu-jitsu. Like, DDP is nonstop pressure. He's awkward, and that awkwardness gets it done. I'd say the reason why Chimaev won't win is because of his cardio. I said that before, right? And then I met him, and I introduced him. So this guy's Sam Calavita that I'm talking about. He owns Training Lab. He's the one that gave me my bro science PhD and everything I'm talking about now, and I did it in his garage. So I learned everything you could possibly learn about peak performance and how to get your body there. Well, I introduced Armin to Sam Calavita, which has been working with him, and you've seen the way he's been looking lately. But now I've also introduced Chimaev to him.
TJ Dillashaw added that Sam Calavita operates his strength and conditioning work right out of his garage, a no-frills, gritty setup that mirrors the old-school Rocky training vibe, but with elite-level athletes. Chimaev has now embraced that same system, and Dillashaw expects a noticeable improvement in his endurance. He also highlighted Sam's cutting-edge techniques, particularly his water displacement strategy, which he believes will help Chimaev hit his target weight more efficiently and perform at a higher level come fight night.
Sam Calavita's got like some killers in his garage. He does all of his strength conditioning in his garage, which is amazing. It's like Rocky style training. So Chimaev's doing it right now. I highly suspect he's gonna have an amazing, get a gas tank for this next fight. And I think he's gonna get the win because of it. Not only does Sam train you the right way to be this freak of cardio, but he also is gonna help him make weight very easy. Sam's algorithms on the water displacement that he's got is next level. He'd always have me show up to fight week. I fight 135s, he'd have me show up to fight week. So that's what, 5 days before, or 7 days before on Sunday. As long as I weigh 150 and I'm hydrated, I know I've made weight. Now it's just about water displacement, doing it the right way. And he's gonna do the same thing for Chimaev. So he's gonna make the weight better, which in turn is gonna make his cardio better, and he's gonna train the right way. With all the stuff that I know now, everything that I know is because of Sam Calavita. And that's what Chimaev's doing right now.
Luke Rockhold didn't hold back in his praise for Khamzat Chimaev, calling him an absolute beast known for relentless pressure, powerful wrestling, and explosive starts. According to Rockhold, Chimaev has a habit of overwhelming his opponents early, often breaking them before the fight gets deep. The real question, he says, is whether anyone can survive those first few intense rounds.
I mean, I don't go watch it. I don't go watch it every training session, but he's, you know what he's gonna do. He's a wrestler. He's a grappler. He's gonna get relentless pressure. He's gonna start fast and hard. And can Dricus take that? Can he take that first round, that first 2 rounds? I mean, that's what life's about for his opponents. Can they withstand the barrage? Because he's gonna bring it.
Rockhold raised some doubts about Chimaev's stamina if the fight stretches into the later rounds. After spending time training with Dricus Du Plessis, he described him as incredibly tough, unpredictable, and hard to finish. Rockhold pointed out that while Chimaev starts strong, his non-stop pressure might fade over a full 5-round battle. He also highlighted Du Plessis' underrated ground game, unconventional but effective striking, and unshakable confidence. All factors that could make things very interesting if the fight goes deep.
Do you reckon Khamzat will be able to handle DDP later on in the fight if he can survive?
I don't like those opportunities for him. I've trained with DDP a lot. He's tough. He ain't gonna go away. You gotta dominate him. You gotta finish him. I mean, you gotta dominate him from start to finish. Or you gotta finish him early. I mean, and I just don't see how Khamzat's gonna keep that pressure. That his intensity you can only keep that for so long. That's not 5-round material. DDP is tough. He's tough as, you know, people don't give him a lot of credit. He's just awkwardly. He's got weird timing and rhythm, and he's good. And he mixes it up. He's very confident. And that's what everything's about. So he's got good grappling, decent wrestling, and some striking, but it works.
Recently, Khamzat Chimaev was spotted getting taken down during a grappling session with a training partner, a moment that sparked discussion among fans and analysts alike. It's led some to question whether he can maintain dominance over the course of a longer fight, especially with someone as relentless and unorthodox as Dricus Du Plessis waiting on the other side of the octagon. Ali Abdelaziz revealed that Khamzat Chimaev is back training in Russia and fully dialed in. He described Chimaev as one of the UFC's biggest rising stars and reflected on the severe toll COVID-19 took on him. So intense, he was coughing up blood. But now, with his health restored and his mindset sharpened, Abdelaziz believes Chimaev has the tools to take on anyone, even if the fight drags into the later rounds.
Du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev. How do you feel about this fight?
Everybody know I used to work with Khamzat. I love the guy. After COVID, it really messed him up. One of the craziest things I ever seen. Throwing up like blood. As far as I know now, he's in Russia. He's in camp. He's focused. He's a superstar. He's one of the biggest stars in the UFC. When you have this kind of pressure, sometimes people doesn't know how to handle it. It's hard to bet against focused Khamzat, healthy Khamzat. I think he can beat anyone on any given day. As talent, as technique, it's Khamzat. If we go to the third and fourth and fifth round, how this fight gonna go? I believe Khamzat can go there, did to him what he did to Robert Whittaker. 100%, I believe this.
Henry Cejudo praised Khamzat Chimaev's ability to take control early, especially after his dominant showing against Robert Whittaker. However, he cautioned that Dricus Du Plessis isn't someone you can easily read. Cejudo described Du Plessis as a pressure-heavy fighter who brings chaos and cardio, constantly moving forward and chipping away at opponents. While he once viewed Dricus as sloppy and hard to predict, Cejudo now sees him as a legitimate threat who forces you to prepare for all 5 rounds.
Does Khamzat beat DDP?
Man, Khamzat could beat anybody in the world in about a round. It's super impressed with what he did to Robert Whittaker. I don't see that against DDP. DDP's scrambling, man. You're going to need to really be able to pace yourself for 5 rounds. And with DDP's train just continue to keep rolling and he's still steaming and his train's still hot. It depends on how long DDP wants to take a break. You're going to have to prepare, man, for a guy like DDP. You're going to need a 3-rounder or a 5-rounder to get ready, but I don't see it. I just don't see it. I think DDP's too... I used to think he was the sloppiest thing on planet Earth, and I thought the same thing about Rob until they bring that volume and just the tenacity. It changes everything.
In another recently surfaced video, Khamzat Chimaev was shown getting taken down by Alexander Gustafsson during a sparring exchange, something that caught many off guard, considering Chimaev's reputation for elite grappling control. The footage has sparked new questions about his takedown defense and whether he can hold his ground against someone as strong, unpredictable, and relentless as Dricus Du Plessis in a high-stakes, pressure-filled bout. Eddie Alvarez admitted it's tough to bet against Khamzat Chimaev, given his explosive power and the danger he poses in the early rounds. But he also emphasized how tricky Dricus Du Plessis can be. According to Alvarez, Du Plessis brings an awkward, hard-to-read style that may look messy, but it works, and his cardio is next level. He called Du Plessis one of the most relentless workers in the game and suggested that if the fight stretches beyond the second round, momentum could start tipping in Dricus' favor.
I think it's hard to bet against Chimaev for me. The guy's a powerhouse, but I can't pick that. Yeah, Dricus is like this odd character for me. Like I never really watching him aesthetically, it don't all look perfect. It's very like, it doesn't look aesthetically, it doesn't look good, but he gets the job done. His conditioning's crazy. He's one of the hardest workers in the entire sport, and he finds a way. He's one of them guys who find a way regardless of how it looks. So you can never count him out. But I think Chimaev, if it goes past round 2, Dricus.
Edmund Shahbazian weighed in, saying the fight could be decided in the opening rounds. He sees Chimaev's best shot at victory coming through early aggression and heavy wrestling pressure. Still, Shahbazian leaned slightly toward Du Plessis, highlighting his toughness and unpredictable movement, traits that might help him weather the early storm and rally in the later rounds. He described the matchup as razor close, with both fighters pushing the pace in their own distinct styles.
Actually, I think if it's the first 2 rounds, I think Chimaev, if he doesn't finish him in the first 2 rounds, Du Plessis should take it. But if it's in the first 2 rounds, if Chimaev's gonna win, it's gonna be in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah. What's your official pick?
I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to lean towards DDP because he's a tough dude, man, and he's just so awkward, and you never know, he might scramble out of those like positions Chimaev puts him in. But Chimaev is a dog too, man. The guy doesn't stop, and he's relentless with his grappling.
Ko Baralo gave his take on the matchup between Dricus Du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev, calling it one of the more unpredictable fights on the card. He noted that Du Plessis has a habit of defying expectations, especially when counted out. Still, he acknowledged Chimaev's explosive openings and relentless aggression as major threats in the early stages. Ko believes a quick finish would favor Chimaev, but if the fight stretches out, Du Plessis could start to take over. While he gives a slight edge to Chimaev, he admitted he wouldn't be surprised if Du Plessis pulls off another upset.
Because every time I bet against DDP, he shut my mouth. So it's hard, but he's facing Khamzat. You know, Khamzat is very hard in the first or second round. So I think he can get it done real fast. But other way, if it's not done real fast, I think Dricus, you're gonna make him have a hard night. So I'll go Khamzat. Maybe Dricus will shut my mouth again, but I'll go Khamzat.
Alexander Gustafsson spoke highly of Khamzat Chimaev's grappling and wrestling, noting that his skills shine regardless of any size advantage Dricus Du Plessis might have. Gustafsson believes Chimaev can still hold his own physically, but what really sets him apart is a significant gap in grappling ability. In his view, that edge could be a major factor that tips the fight in Chimaev's favor.